Confront Dr. Klein at the think tank and end your imprisonment at Big MT. Alright. Let's talk to Mobius one last time here.
Oh, I see you and your brain reached a compromise. How pleasant. I hypothesized after the indignant frequencies my receptors had recepted, such a partnership-based conclusion would be low on the likely scale.
My brain told me the think tank needs to be stopped. Can you help? I don't know. Do you know how I can stop the think tank? So the think tank is evil then?
If I recall, I had a plan that was working, whatever it was. I don't think it reached fruition. I would recall fruit if it had happened. I wasn't trying to kill them, just keep them out of trouble. What was that plan? Blast. I probably wrote it down on the floor somewhere.
I think we could probably talk our way out of it and not have to kill anybody. What was the plan you had?
Something ingenious and needlessly complicated, I expect. I may have already told you and forgotten it. I forgot I had forgotten pencils until one day I found one. Spent days studying its purpose before my memory circuit kicked in. Felt quite silly.
Anything I could do to stop them that doesn't require violence?
Well, you could try and appeal to their humanity. That's a tired cliche. And really, when they were humans, they weren't very good humans.
I'd like to make the effort.
Well, there's many things they have forgotten, sitting in their bowls. Friendship, the thrill of discovery, love, masturbation, the usual. Much like your brain, I am certain there is something you can spark within each of them. Memories, hormones. A wise man once said, "The eyes do more than see. Make them see, if you can. Or, if not, you can always make them succumb to fear." It certainly worked for me, for a time. Then you came along, and bravery and/or desperation trumped that little idea. Back to the drawing board, I suppose. Or is this the end? Hard to tell.
Okay. Scare them how?
Oh, tell them I'm still alive. We had a nice chat,
That's
and
true,
we
isn't it?
agree on a few things. That's true, isn't it? Or you could kill me and lie about it. Either way, it would be interesting. And if you are partial to lying and deception, well, you could tell them a ludicrous lie. The more over the top, the better. That's my experience. They're more than a little gullible. Better make it convincing, though, or it'll be the dissection table and vivisectors for you. And if you speak of me, please try and make me look good. I am Dr. Mobius, after all, not some lab assistant teacher's aide.
Okay. Alright. Goodbye, Dr. Mobius. Do you have anything on you that we can pickpocket? Let's see.
I'm having the most
Oops.
I'm
It says
having the-
pickpocket, but I guess... I don't know. Doesn't work.
Electrons.
Alright. Let's go to the think tank and settle things. Let's settle the things. And then we can finally end this DLC. I think we gotta go up over here, I think. And it sounds like we can come back here anytime, so... You know. Don't have to worry too much about stuff. Alright, think tank. Let's do this. Now my goal is we'll take a mentat before we start. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. Is that saying that we can't come back here? Can you return to Big MT? Okay, cool. Alright, so we can come back here. I wasn't sure if that was a warning, them saying like, do everything you want because you can't once you leave, you can't come back. 62 mentats? Alright. Just for that extra intelligence, basically. Oh my god, it's evil in here. Hi. Dr. Klein.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
I found my brain. Now you and I are going to settle things.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
You are not going to be doing that. Lie. You think I'm a lobotomite? No, for my skull houses the brain of Mobius. Yeah, let's do this. We have the speech for it, might as well.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. There's no way Mobius would condescend to step inside you. Besides, there's no way such a thing could be accomplished. It's impossible.
Oh my god, science 100. Countless brain extraction surgeries exist, but only one implantation one from Mobius. Science 100. Nothing is unimpossible for science. Mesons, lasers, atoms, brainwaves, all are at my command.
You speak the truth. And the decibel variation in your voice, it is Mobius. How dare you breach the think tank? And what do you want here?
Like how it gives me 99 and not 100. I offer a deal. Stay here, stay put, and heal. I'll let you live.
That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond the crater, filled with ideas and possibilities. We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested it, prodded at it, made it squirm.
I will permit you to do this for me.
Partner with you? My foe? My rival? My foremost critic? I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Well, there you go. Everyone lives. Leave the think tank. We did it. Everyone can live.
Thank you for what you have done. The helping, that is. We like that. I feel an odd emotion. Platitude? Attitude? No, wait. Gratitude. That's it. Ask Boros. I believe.
Okay. Who was the person that we needed the 9 intel for? Was it you?
So is Mobius as twisted as he looked in person? Can't believe you entered the Forbidden Zone and lived. None of us can.
I guess not. What does everyone say?
The teddy bear lobotomite returns. My teddy bear. How can I assist in relieving your curiosity?
Bunch of nothing. Okay. They don't really say anything else. We spoke to 3 out of 5. Dr. 8. You're welcome. It was my pleasure. Ask you some questions. There's nothing else. See about you.
The lobotomite who saved us. Hello.
Okay. So, that's it then. That is it. The thing now is leave the think tank. Alright, we're doing it. We are doing it. How does one leave?
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Sync Central Intelligence Unit was impressed by the amount of exploration the courier had undertaken. Facilities believed lost, destroyed, or ones that had simply gotten up and walked to new locations had been rediscovered by its intrepid new master. Internally, the artificial personality debated as to whether it preferred the old management to the new, and concluded that the courier's thorough approach to research and investigation was admirable and worthy of its respect.
Yep, we found all your
Dr.
things.
Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The Sync atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The biological research station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden.
Really?
So that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
Oh,
The
Vault
bookchute continued
22?
to devour all seditious materials until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole
Lol.
thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
Oh my.
The sync continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it. Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The Toaster continued
best
its
character.
psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough and dumped the Toaster in a bathtub.
Oh.
Sparking and hissing, the Toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Super rude.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
I'm on the PC. I'm playing PC, as it says in the title.
Courier brought him, created a symphonic counter-frequency that saved Big Mountain from sonic invasion in 2910. If you didn't hear about it, good. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names once too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city.
Yeah, there's a lot of
In
Autodocs
time,
there.
The Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more.
Yeah, we did.
It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it, without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
Yep, we know all
The
about
courier,
that.
organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it,
Well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland. Old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope.
A new hope.
And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Lonesome Road. The final DLC. You've lost the brainless perk. I am okay with this. Outsmarted. You have gained big brain perk. Brain is back in the body. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you're only 10% more resistant to addiction now. You acquired Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. It's capable of transporting you and you alone between the Mojave Wasteland and Big MT. To return to the Mojave or go back to Big MT from the Mojave, simply equip the Transportal Ponder as you would any weapon and pull the trigger and away you'll go. Note that it won't work in interiors or in combat situation and is totally incapable of harming your enemies. Nice.
In your backyard, you're not looking hard enough.
Dude, that's awesome. How much weight do we have? Let's drink some alcohol, I would think. And some vodka. Now we can take all this stuff out of here if we want. I probably won't do that just yet, but we will. So that's it then.
I love Mark so much, I just might kill myself.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. So we can come back here at any time, which is good to know. So with that being said, where is... There we go. Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. What does it look like? Nice. We can leave here once and for all. Let's do this thing. I say once and for all, but then we will probably come back here, probably. We got a lot of stuff we have stored, so we'll make sure we do that. So, but that means 3 DLCs down. 1 more to go. Ah, it feels weird to be back in the wasteland. Feels super weird. But we're back. We're back in the wasteland. Okay, so We should probably end it. You know what? I think I'm gonna start storing stuff. There's so many locations here. Jesus. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. I think the best thing that, like, instead of like storing a lot of stuff at the Lucky 38, it's probably easier if we just go to like to the Brotherhood of Steel bunker area or whatever. Where the heck is it at? Brotherhood of Steel safe house. It's probably better if we go there, I would think, and drop stuff off. But we'll go ahead and go over here and go inside, and then we'll end it. Figure out what we do tomorrow. It'll probably be Lonesome Road. We'll probably just do Lonesome Road. Don't think there's anything else we want to do. 'Cause I mean, it is the last DLC and all that, so might as well finish that up. So we've got all kinds of weapons and stuff in here. So, but we'll go ahead and end it in here. We'll deal with the inventory situation tomorrow when we start, before we do Lonesome Road. But tomorrow to be Lonesome Road, man. The final DLC of New Vegas. So I'm thinking it's the reunion. I'm thinking that's what it is. Travel to the canyon wreckage near Prim and enter the Divide. Where is that at? Oh, canyon wreckage. Okay, cool. Nice. Alright, let's save it and end it here for now.